The glow of RGB lights bathed Ethan Starlight Carter's streaming setup in a kaleidoscope of colors. His room, a shrine to his success, was lined with monitors, collectible figurines, and a custom-built PC that hummed with power. At 26, Ethan was a Twitch sensation, a California kid who'd turned his quick wit, boyish charm, and knack for gaming into a following of 1.2 million. His streams were a haven for fans, a mix of high-energy Fortnite matches, heartfelt Q&As, and the occasional ukulele cover that made his chat explode with heart emojis. But in the summer of 2023, Ethan's world, and the trust of his fans, would unravel in a way no one saw coming. It started with a tweet. Big announcement, 24-hour charity stream this Saturday for disaster relief. Every cent goes to help families rebuild after the wildfires. Let's make a difference, Starlighters. The wildfires had ravaged Northern California, leaving thousands homeless, and Ethan's home state was hurting. His fans, the Starlighters, rallied instantly. The tweet racked up 20,000 retweets in hours, and his Discord server buzzed with excitement. Ethan had done charity streams before, small ones for local animal shelters or mental health awareness. But this was different. This was personal. He'd grown up in a small town near the fire zones, and his childhood home had narrowly escaped the flames. Or so he said. The stream was a spectacle. Ethan's setup transformed into a digital stage with a donation tracker ticking upward in real time, animated fireflies dancing across the screen for every $100 raised. He played fan-favorite games, hosted giveaways, and invited other streamers to join. His girlfriend, Mia, a soft-spoken artist who occasionally appeared on stream, painted a mural live, promising to auction it for the cause. By hour 12, the donation total hit $30,000. By hour 18, it was $45,000. Ethan's voice cracked as he thanked his viewers, tears in his eyes. "You guys are changing lives," he said, clutching a mug with his logo, a glowing star. "This is why I do this." Behind the scenes, though, cracks were forming. Mia noticed Ethan was cagey about the donation platform. He'd chosen a lesser-known service, not GoFundMe or Tiltify, claiming it had lower fees. When she asked for details, he brushed her off. "It's all good, babe. I've got it handled." His manager, Jake, a slick-talking former esports player, was equally evasive. "Focus on the stream, Ethan. Let me deal with the back end." Mia's gut churned, but she trusted Ethan. He was her high school sweetheart, the guy who'd promised her the stars when they were broke teenagers dreaming of a better life. The stream ended at $50,000. The chat erupted with confetti emojis, and Ethan collapsed into his chair, exhausted but triumphant. "We did it, Starlighters. You're heroes." He promised to share updates on how the funds were distributed. Fans flooded X with praise, calling him the People's Champ. Brands reached out, offering sponsorships. Ethan's subscriber count spiked by 50,000 overnight. For a moment, he was untouchable. But weeks passed, and no updates came. Fans started asking questions in his Discord. "Hey, Starlight, any news on the charity funds? Did the wildfire victims get the money yet?" Ethan's responses were vague. "Working on it, guys. Paperwork takes time." Some Starlighters grew restless, digging into the donation platform. A tech-savvy fan, a data sleuth, posted on X. "The charity platform Starlight used has no public records of disbursements. Anyone got receipts?" The thread gained traction, amassing 10,000 likes in a day. Doubt crept into the community like smoke. Mia confronted Ethan one night in their cramped apartment, the city lights of Los Angeles glittering outside. "Ethan, where's the money?" she asked, her voice trembling. He was slumped on the couch, scrolling X on his phone, his face pale. "It's complicated, Mia," he muttered. "Jake's handling it." But Jake wasn't answering her calls, and Ethan's excuses were thinning. She pressed harder, and he snapped. "Why can't you just trust me? I'm not the bad guy here." His outburst startled her. The Ethan she knew was gentle, the guy who'd once spent his last $20 on paint supplies for her. This Ethan was a stranger. The truth unraveled on X. His data sleuth, now joined by other fans, uncovered that the donation platform was a shell company linked to Jake. Bank records, leaked by an anonymous source, showed $50,000 transferred to an account tied to Ethan's LLC. The Starlighters turned on him. Charity Scammer trended on X, and Twitch chat became a war zone. "You lied to us, Starlight. How do you sleep at night?" Ethan tried to explain in a hastily posted video, claiming it was a misunderstanding, that the money was tied up in logistics. But the evidence was damning. A small non-profit that was supposed to receive the funds confirmed they'd never seen a dime. The lawsuits came fast. The non-profit filed for fraud, and a class action suit. From donors followed. Twitch banned Ethan permanently, his channel page replaced with a cold, "This account has been suspended" message. His sponsors dropped him, and his subscriber count plummeted to 200,000. The internet was merciless. Memes of Ethan's tearful stream face captioned, "Crying for the money," went viral. On X, a hashtag, just a Starlight scam, racked up millions of posts. Ethan's mental health crumbled. He stopped streaming, stopped posting, stopped leaving the apartment. Mia tried to reach him, but he was a ghost of himself, staring at his monitors for hours, refreshing X to see the latest wave of hate. "They think I'm a monster," he whispered one night, his voice hollow. Mia wanted to scream, to shake him, to demand why he'd let Jake, or his own greed, ruin everything. But she saw the pain in his eyes, the same pain she'd seen when his dad left when he was 12. She stayed, even as her own heart broke. The breaking point came 3 months later. Ethan, desperate to reclaim his narrative, went live on an alt account. No RGB lights, no fancy overlays, just him, unshaven, in a dim room. "I messed up," he said, his voice shaking. "I trusted the wrong people. I didn't mean for this to happen." But as he spoke, the chat turned vicious. "Liar. Thief. You deserve this." Ethan's composure cracked. He sobbed, hyperventilating, his words incoherent. "I just wanted to help. I'm not a bad person." The stream cut abruptly when Mia yanked the power cord, horrified. The clip spread like wildfire, haunting viewers. Some felt pity, others saw it as karma. Mia left him a week later. She couldn't carry his guilt anymore. "You need to fix this, Ethan," she said, tears streaming down her face as she packed her bags. "Not for me, not for the fans, for you." He didn't respond, just stared at the floor, clutching the mug with his logo, now chipped and faded. Ethan disappeared from the internet. The lawsuits dragged on, and he settled with the non-profit, draining his savings to repay the $50,000. Jake vanished, leaving Ethan to face the fallout alone. The Starlighters moved on, their hero replaced by new streamers who promised authenticity. But in a small corner of X, a few fans kept his memory alive, posting old clips of his ukulele covers, mourning the Ethan they'd believed in. 2 years later, in 2025, a small channel popped up on YouTube. Ethan Rebuilds. No RGB lights, no branding, just Ethan, older now, lines etched into his face. He streamed from a modest room, no longer in LA, but a small town in Oregon. His first video was a quiet apology. No excuses, just raw honesty. "I failed you all. I failed myself. I'm trying to make it right." He volunteered at a local shelter, streaming his work, not for donations, but to show he was trying. His viewer count rarely broke 100, but he kept going. Some old Starlighters found him, leaving comments like, "We see you trying, Ethan." Others weren't ready to forgive. Mia watched from afar, her art career blooming. She'd never fully understand why Ethan let it happen, whether it was greed, naivety, or something else. But when she saw his new streams, she felt a flicker of hope. Maybe the boy who'd promised her the stars was still in there, fighting to shine again.